Coming up, will teachers get a raise in 2014? More progress was made this week. And the Religious Freedom Restoration Act has brought many to the Capitol to take issue. We analyze the topic next. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Willson Stribling. As always, we want to hear from you, so please take a moment and weigh in on the issues on our Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/issueMPB. If you prefer Twitter, then take issue there. Our Twitter handle is at @issueMPB. Teacher pay raises are a big issue this week, and tonight, Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves revealed his plan in a press conference on Tuesday. The Senate took up Reeves' plan yesterday and passed their version of a teacher pay raise bill. Paul Boger has more on that.
Lawmakers voted to strike all of House Bill 504. They instead replaced it with Tate Reeves' plan for a teacher pay raise he released earlier this week. According to Reeves' plan, teachers could expect to see $1,500 by July 1st and another $1,000 in 2015. However, in 2016, pay raises would become merit-based and linked to school performance. Kelly Riley is with Mississippi Professional Educators, a teachers organization.
I think that school-based is a great approach to take because it does take an entire school. I mean, the school environment comes into play, the support staff comes into play. So most definitely, I mean, research has proven that the most critical factor is that classroom teacher, but the entire success of the school is set by the tone and leadership of that principal.
So this doesn't go into effect till the third year on the incentive for the A, B, C, D, F schools, right?
And that's July 1st, 2016.
2016, but the initial part of the bill, the pay raises for the teacher will start immediately.
July 1st.
July
yes,
1st. And that was how much, 1,000 first and 1,500? Or?
Vice versa. 1,500 this July and then another 1,000 July 1st, 2015.
Okay, well there again, Mr. Chairman, again, I thank you for the hard work you've done on the bill, but I have serious concern about that level going up because, in my opinion, we are just continually giving the best schools all the money, and they already doing well.
And I certainly recognize that, and I think the important point to remember, those schools now that are F schools and those schools now that are D schools, they will get $100 if they move up to that. And that's 3 years out. And certainly, as I said, this can be examined by this body in the year 2017 after the first year of this actually being implemented.
The Senate's proposal is also dramatically different than one passed by the House last month. Under the House's plan, experienced teachers would receive a $4,200 raise after they fulfilled at least 3 of 22 requirements. Speaker of the House, Philip Gunn, says he's okay with removing the benchmarks.
The benchmarks were only put in our bill because the governor and the lieutenant governor indicated they did not support across the board. As you know from the beginning, I said I was open to an across the board if that's what it takes to get a pay raise to the teacher. So, like I say, the benchmarks are only put in there to satisfy them. And if they're okay with removing them, then that's fine by me.
House Bill 504 now goes back to the House where they can accept the changes or seek a compromise bill. Paul Boger, MPB News.
With us now is Joyce Helmick, president of the Mississippi Association of Educators. Joyce, thanks for being with us tonight.
And thank you for having me.
We had not heard a lot from the lieutenant governor, frankly, this whole session so far, and then we hear that he comes out with a across-the-board pay raise. Did that surprise you?
In a way it did, but I am very excited to say that I believe that this move is because our MAE members have made a huge impression through contacting our lawmakers on our website and on our Take Action page, which is maetoday.org/take action. And that is exactly what our educators have done in the last couple of months across the state, letting the legislators and lawmakers know that they are very interested in what is going on in the Capitol.
Tell us what MAE's position is on the Senate version of this teacher pay raise that's been proposed.
Well, we think the Senate, we're definitely going in the right direction. But MAE is supporting a pay raise that would be a 5.5% pay raise for the next 4 years. The reason for that is because we are wanting to get our teacher salaries up to a competitive salary so that our teachers will not be leaving our state and will not be going to other occupations. We're losing our brightest and best because of our compensation for the teachers.
Do you like the House version of the teacher pay raise any better?
Oh, absolutely not. We are very pleased with the Senate version. We were not happy with the House version.
Tell me about the CARE Act.
The CARE Act was introduced earlier this year because our members wanted to go ahead and make a move for a teacher pay raise. So our CARE Act is confirm a raise for educators.
And I guess you have to be happy that at least both sides of the Capitol are talking about it. It's not that one side is talking about no raise and the other is talking about some raise, but you've got both sides of the Capitol talking about at least some raise for teachers. We
believe that's the right direction. We are still standing on the premise that we need to improve teacher pay raise, and we need to get that average up to the Southeast average to keep our teachers in the state, our good teachers here in the state, and not lose them to our surrounding state and not lose them to other competitive occupations.
Is there any measurable connection between how much a teacher is paid and how well his or her students perform?
Well, I don't have any statistics on this, but we all know that a key to a student succeeding in the classroom is that teacher. And we must keep the brightest and best in our classrooms. I can tell you that in my school, we nurtured a wonderful, wonderful special ed teacher. We grew her from an assistant teacher to a certified teacher, and she was made the head of the special ed department in our school. And just a month ago, she left that school to go to Tennessee for a $10,000 raise.
Wow. So there is obviously an incentive to keep teachers here with a higher salary if you're fighting other states who could be offering them more.
Absolutely. We know that teachers are leaving this state and traveling in anywhere from 20 miles to 60 miles a day one way to get a $5,000 to $10,000 raise and even more than that. So yes, it is very competitive, very competitive.
Teachers, we hear that teachers haven't been given a raise in many years, but teachers do get a small raise each year, do they not?
They do. It's a step up, we call it. But each year, teachers get somewhere in the neighborhood of $400. And that's somewhat, if you've been teaching 10 years, you should get more than a first-year teacher. If you've been teaching 38 years and 37 years like I've been teaching, then you should be making more. So it's increments each year.
And a lot less than a lot of other professions out there.
Oh, absolutely, okay. A lot less.
All right. Thank you so much, Joyce Helmick of the Mississippi Association of Educators. We thank you for your time this evening.
And thank you.